We're in this interesting time in the cloud in general, and in our space in particular, where it's not obvious where sort of one service starts and one service stops, and how the sort of relationships between these technologies work. I mean, we are all sort of having to power a bunch of different technologies that have a lot of overlap, that have a lot of shared kind of relationships. So we build storage technology, we build security technology, we build content management technology, but also in the market there are security vendors and there are storage vendors, and so it's not really clear what the future looks like in terms of the leadership positions and what's kind of been carved out. So right now you're in this period where Google's coming at the space, Microsoft is coming at the space, guys like EMC and Oracle and others I think are trying to reinvent themselves for the cloud. So our view is that you have all of the incumbents that have to make this transformation to the cloud, or at least they're going to attempt to, and you have consumer players and consumer services that have made their way into the enterprise and are definitely changing the kinds of expectations that people in business have and IT buyers have, and we need to sort of balance those two worlds, where how do you build the best possible end user experience for the individual in the business, but also how do you make that technology be secure enough and integrated enough into the enterprise so the incumbents that are moving from the on-premise stack to the cloud stack don't have any kind of relevant advantage. There's a lot of risk to sort of being an early mover because you can get a lot of things wrong, and then people can learn from that and go in and learn from your mistakes and adapt from that. I mean, like, if you just think about Apple, Apple has built some of the best products ever known to man, and but in reality, Microsoft was touting tablets in the early 2000s, and they sucked, and there were plenty of pocket PCs and phones and mobile phones and Palm Pilots and smartphones that existed. So Apple benefited quite heavily from the investment and the innovation, the early innovation from an idea standpoint that those other companies went through. What we try and do at Box is we try and use that advantage by finding out, because we're in organizations today that we've been in for 3 or 5 years, we now are sort of the tip of the iceberg in the kinds of issues that those customers have with cloud services, with security, with content management, with collaboration. And so if we are always able to learn sort of what are the new expanding lessons and challenges that a company has as they move to the cloud, then there's no reason you shouldn't always be able to have that runway or that lead over the competitive landscape. We're just going to try and outmaneuver and make sure that we're building better technology than everybody else.